morning, YouTube fans. Tim Cooper, Cooper's Automotive. Those 6 cars are coming in today for recuperation. We got a 2002 Dodge Durango. I think it's the STX, something like that. Anyway, his dad was a mechanic, and they've been trying to figure it out. His dad doesn't live down here, so we're trying to do it over the phone. Thought it was something electrical, so I kind of got digging into it, and I'm going to show you what I came up with. Since they were saying electrical, the first thing I did was look at the fuses. So I pulled the box up, I checked my fuses, and we were good. So I'm not even going to show you how I did that, because anybody can look in the fuse box and figure that out. But I hooked my gauges up on my recovery machine, and I started the vehicle. Okay, so what I noticed is if you look at that compressor right there, it's not electrical, that compressor's running. Here's the plug for it, right here, and if you unplug it, it goes off, it's coming on. So we don't have a wiring, fuse, or relay issue whatsoever, but here's what we do have. Look at my gauge reading. Got like 110 on my high, almost 110 on my low, which means that I got equalized pressures. These compressors come apart internally. So this car is going to need an AC compressor. It's going to need to be flushed out. We'll have to change the receiver dryer. So we'll get on the phone, give the customer estimate, and then hopefully we pick back up from there with a go and see what happens. Okay, we called the customer, got the authorization to do the AC compressor, flush it out, and change the dryer. So the first thing to do on this job is get this belt off of here. I'm just going to take it off the compressor right there and leave it on the rest of the vehicle, circulating on the rest of it, and not take it completely off. Get that out of the way. I've already evacuated all the Freon out. We want to unplug our compressor wire right here. Get that ready to go. Then we've got to take the AC lines off, which is a 10 millimeter right there. Let's get that out of the way. Well, we have a little bit of Freon in it. I'm going to set that on the battery right there. Alright, I'm going to try not to take off that hose. Let's take this bracket off right here. It's kind of holding those hoses in place. That on our battery. Don't want to open that cooling system unless we have to. Somebody tie strapped this. Let's get those out of there. Give us a little bit more pull room getting that up. There we go. We just want to get that tucked back out in there. So we got 4 bolts, looks like 13 millimeters all the way across the board here. Okay, so get these bolts out. This compressor. And we're going to have to get something a little stronger than this. At least to break them loose. Alright. Now our little battery boss should work. bracket there. Place all this over here. This compressor should lift up, come to us, just like that. There we are, one compressor removed. Now that we've got that out of the way, we've got to get this AC dryer out, which is down here. Looks like it's got one 10mm on the bracket down here. Get my battery back in. That right there, a couple of 8mm lines sitting on top of it. See if I can reach it with this. I might need an extension. Yeah, we need one. That right there. And there. Let's get these lines popped up out of here. There we are. See if we can slide that dryer up. So that's what we were after, the AC dryer right there. I'm not going to do anything with that right now. We want to flush this condenser out, which is this unit right here. Just because that compressor did kind of come apart. So I want to run it through this line right here, put my flush in it and just blow it through, and it'll come out of this line on here. Let's see if I got a funnel that'll fit that. We need something a little smaller. We can find a funnel for that. Alright, so we got our funnel to put our flush in the condenser. Wow. Watch your paint with this stuff, and we need to open it. Watch that paint. Start with that. I'm going to blow that through and then come out of this line down here on the other side of the high side. Side running out of it, Dave. It's alright. See this other side. See that one going around. Should be this one. Yeah, it is that one. Just wanted to make sure. That looks really good. You see. Right down here, all that oil and dye that we already blown out, I'll wash all that out, but it's not dirty, so that's a good sign. So I'm going to brake clean that off and clean it up. A fresh can of cleaner. Okay, we've washed that down. We've got our new AC compressor right here. It comes with 3 ounces of PAG 100 in it, 23.95. But we're going to put a little bit more oil in it, but we're not going to do that until we put it all together, put it under a vacuum. So let's slide this compressor up in here. Just like we took that out of there. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in right here. Make sure it's the same plug. our little red lock tab in it. Okay. Our bolt started. Your bracket for the back. That one, let's tighten all those up. Okay. Got to take this one cap off the compressor. The new one from shipping. That thing. Airplane part. We'll get rid of that. Came with a couple new sealing washers. They go right here. Pick those out of there. Let me get the new ones. Nothing like a broken pick. Got to keep those around. There we are, the old sealing washers. The new sealing washers. There we are, new sealing washers are on. I'm gonna get that thing back up underneath there, back on top of our compressor. Get our 15mm bracket bolt started back in, get rid of those. Quit breathing this flush, put the cap back on. Alright, so let's tighten up that manifold. There we are. Get the socket that stayed on there off. Tighten up our bracket here. Our manifold's secured. Let's go ahead and put our belt back on. See, that's a 15mm on top of your belt tensioner right there. Get a hold of that belt. Make sure it's on everything. Pull! Okay, so now our belt's back in place. Last thing you want to put on when you're doing the AC job is the accumulator. Trying to save it most all the moisture that you can from getting in the system. Came with new washers. There's your new one. So let's get those washers out of there. This is when that new unbroken pick would be really nice. Replace those sealing washers for the dryer. Got a new dryer, our old one here. Let's get this photo over here. Let's get this. Get this thing slid up out of here. Making a mess. Wow, that's a lot of oil. Alright, we'll clean that up later. Shoot a little bit in there, I'll wash it out. Make it easier maybe for getting in there. Slid in. Do I have a rag around here? Getting there to spin it. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. Wow! Even with putting that little bit of lubrication in there, that thing is not turning. Take our little tape off, our covers here. This thing got it so I could move it. Adjust all this, get this thing back down inside here. Run a little ragged today. But that's the way we like it. Alright, so get that one going right there. Get our 8mm right here. That's one line started. Get our other 8 started right here. Let's go ahead and tighten those up. We got our accumulator going. We got one bracket bolt to put in it. That's that pin right here. Right. Okay. So now I'm going to add some oil. I'm going to do it through the low side charging port right here. I'm just going to push some more oil in it with an AC-134 adapter in there, just a couple ounces. Then I'm going to put it on the vacuum pump. So when we pick back up, you're going to see it evacuated and you're going to see it charged. Then we're going to look and see what our pressures are and how we're cooling. Okay, follow up on the Dodge Durango AC with the equalized pressures. I've charged it, it's running. Here's my gauge reading. We've got a 40 on our low side now. Now the pump's working. We've got a 175 up here. So this is a fix, guys. So equalized pressures. Compressor on Dodge Durango. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel.